Alright, so this is me in the morning. Well, yeah, let's try and stay in the shade. There we go. Supposed to be a lighting guy. Anyway, so I just posted that thing yesterday, and yeah, it took me way too long to add all that B-roll and just do stupid stuff. And so my goal, I gotta get the workflow down. If I'm gonna do this thing, I gotta be able to do it quickly. So, because I work a full-time job. I am working on starting the businesses. I have a family. So, priorities are important to me. I volunteer at church and stuff, whatever. So, like, I have a lot going on. Because I've done a bunch of gigs this year. I did start recording myself after each one for a little bit, but I rambled. It was horrible. So whatever. But I I'm going to start this one. We're going to talk about my latest job, which was kind of the coolest one yet, sort of. Not crazy about some aspects of it, but it was for Matt Alanzo. He found me through ShareGrid, right? Whatever. Anyway, so Matt Alanzo found me on ShareGrid, and he, messaged me through there, and he basically wanted, a grip truck and a gaffer and some grips for the day. Well, for the evening, whatever. But I saw Content King Matt Alanzo in the email. I'm like, that rings a bell.
What's up, all you amazing people? I'm Matt Alanzo.
I started researching Matt Alanzo. I'm like, this guy's going somewhere. He's done some stuff. He's, cool. And I watched a couple of his things. I'm like, yeah, he's pretty good. So, but because he contacted me through ShareGrid, I'm thinking, oh, he's doing like someone a favor or something. He's doing like a budget thing. So maybe just to meet the guy and network and stuff. Maybe I'll just try and get my costs covered and maybe make a couple of bucks here. Turns out that wasn't really the case, but I mean, he's not going to turn down a low rate, right? I wouldn't. I pitched the deal at pretty low, and I know I've done a few music videos recently, and more hands, especially depending on what you're going for. You could be doing some kind of extensive lighting, and you don't have time. You're shooting a whole music video, like 5, 6, maybe 7 scenes in one day or whatever. So I'm thinking, okay, I got to find some help. And he and I talked about that too. So I was looking around for like college students and stuff that could want to come out for the experience and meeting up, maybe throw them a couple of bucks. Didn't find anybody. My usual guy is now in the Navy, so I can't use him. So I thought, okay, well, I'll bring my daughter. She can do stuff. I'll bring my partner in, Matthew David Silva from Kizmet. I thought that was going to be it, but then my buddy, he's retired, not on purpose, but health reasons. He's an electrician by trade and still licensed and everything, but he's been bugging me to come out and just watch. Right? I knew that it was a Christmas village, so it's a seasonal thing. So I'm worried about electricity, because a lot of the places that I've seen, plug stuff in until something blows, and then they back off one string of lights or whatever. So their circuits are pretty much all tapped. So I'm thinking, okay, bring my generator. It's always going to be faster to plug into the house if we can. So I'm thinking I'll bring him as a kind of an insurance on the whole electricity issue. So anyway, so I brought 4. So the cool thing was, Matt, I guess, I don't know whether he just was concerned or, with me, lack of experience or whatever, because I was doing it so cheap and my stuff was on ShareGrid. I don't know, whatever. But whatever. But I found that he hired another grip through somebody to come out, a grip that does it all the time. So that, like, I wasn't threatened or anything. That was cool. Because another networking, and maybe I could get his number and hire him from time to time or whatever. His name was Miles O'Malley, I think. Anyway, he's good guy, really good. Knows his stuff, good. He was cool, really cool to work with. But the biggest thing on set that I wanted to talk about that we learned, that because when I was buying all my lights, I was going for firepower because, I'm old school. We didn't have LED lights. We had tungsten lights, and everything had to be gelled. There was no bicolor lights. It was 3,200 degrees Kelvin or not. Or, household junk. So everything had to be gelled. So it was like, so when I'm buying the gear, the lights, I'm buying for firepower, thinking, yeah, we can just gel. I should have thought of this. Christmas Village, they're gonna be tungsten colored lights. Well, and they were. Well, my daylight colored lights in a spot with tungsten, okay, doesn't really mix, but this is a music video, so maybe he's going for, and I actually texted him and asked him kind of this question, but I wasn't clear enough in my question. I was thinking that he was gonna go for, like, set the white balance in the camera somewhere, I don't know, the 4,800, 4,600, something like that, somewhere in the middle. I figured he would just color for skin tones, which would push the orange, the tungsten a little more orangey, but it's a music video, so maybe that's what he's going for. You can dial down the oranges too, but so I did ask him, I'm like, do you like mixing daylight and, color temperatures and stuff? But again, I wasn't clear on why I was asking, which was a mistake. But anyway, we shot the first bit, or a couple of shots on the first scene, and that's when he realized. Anyway, so he realized, hey, we got a color temperature thing going on. Can we gel that? Well, we were using a softbox. I was using my 5-foot light dome on my on a 720 Forza daylight. It's hard to gel softboxes, and the grip, Miles, he's like, he's all ready to go, man. He's on fire. He's all ready to go, and I'm like, hey, wait, inside the softbox, it's a 720. I know we're not using it full firepower, probably only like 20%, but still, heat, that's going to melt. It's hard to gel softboxes. So that was when I came to my realization how important bicolor or full color lights are. But now, of course, I've bought all my cob lights, chip on board. So recently, I finally bought myself a 3D printer. I've wanted one ever since I can remember. After Matt Alanzo's gig, I went home and threw together a design on the CAD to make a gel holder for inside softboxes. So I'm printing anyway. So there's that. So I'm doing that for all of my softboxes.
Here she is. That's the baby.
I was saying the Creality Ender. It's been good to me. I bought it used. I think I got it for $100, and it had an upgraded hot end and some other stuff. Whatever. This isn't about 3D printers. Bottom line, I should have just paid a little more and bought the Bamboo Labs press. I got like 7 different upgrades for the thing already. Bottom line, and I know this, I've been around, you get what you pay for. So I should have just paid for the Bamboo Labs and gotten that. It's faster anyway. So now instead of having to wait for 16 hours, I could have printed it in probably 8 or something. Whatever. Anyway, so that was the big lesson on the 3D printer. My big lesson on the Alanzo shoot was bicolor. Flexibility. If you can turn a knob instead of put a gel on, do it. The artist for the video is Steven Scherer, who's a YouTuber. He has like 11.8 million followers. Anyway, it was a cool experience, good experience. I was doing my research on Steven Scherer. I saw one of his vlogs that he told his audience he was going to bring them behind the scenes on the music video shoot. And I'm like, ooh. So I real quick hurried a friend that does shirts, and I had 4 shirts put together, just quick, cheap, just to get, something together, because they're the ones that I want. But anyway, I gotta get back to work. This is already half an hour, so I gotta cut most of this out. Anyway, next ones will be about some of my other shoots and dealing with clients and stuff. And but again, a real quick recap. Matt Alanzo, good guy, knows what he's doing, going places. Hired me for Steven Scherer music video, who has lots of follows, so a lot of people are seeing it. Anyway, so lessons learned on that, or don't bid too low, even if they find you on ShareGrid. Find out what the budget is, if possible. If you can't find out what the budget is, then pitch normal and go from there. Next lesson learned was it's difficult to gel softboxes. I haven't really had to do that before because daylight was all we didn't really need on the gigs that I've done so far. Daylight's been fine. Yeah, so, and of course we didn't use my generator at all because the place was well done electric wise, so that was good. I don't know. That's it for now. Yeah, so I'm going to come back with lessons learned on my other gigs this year, this year was my first year doing paid gigs. I decided everything prior to this year was going to be like pro bono stuff. So anyway, I have a work meeting, so I'm going to jump, and this is too long. Anyway, bye.